So we are off to see Miles into the Spider-Verse with Miles Nazi, Trans Gwen.
No Spider Trans.
Anyway, and Confederate Spider.
OS. No, the first movie's really good. I enjoyed it all.
Yeah, these are our thoughts on our first movie. We haven't seen the second one yet.
You opened up by saying that. But no, we watched the first one on Sunday.
I'm low on sleep.
We watched the first one on Sunday.
Yeah, and it was really...
It holds up really well.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really well done. There's a lot of little details that I didn't notice when I first watched it that's kind of fun to find and look for.
I picked up on the fact that he had Steve Ditko on his name and his father had Steve Ditko in his phone contacts, and I gotta say that's nice.
Because no one remembers him.
No one remembers him. I get the fact that he probably was a lot less public.
He's a little recluse, I think, later on.
Yeah, but I feel like he should still be memorized unless he actively said, I don't want to be a part of this.
But
unless
he said that I don't want to be a part of things, but people still talk about them all the time.
Well, that's the thing. It's I can understand him not wanting to be public or a part of anything, but you could at least talk about him.
The fans can talk about him.
I didn't know about Steve Ditko, period, until I saw Spectacular Spider-Man, not the first time, obviously, but it was later on in the Spectacular Spider-Man rewatch. I saw the names created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, and I'm like, wait, I know who Stan Lee is. Everyone knows who Stan Lee is. I've seen him forever. But I don't know who Steve Ditko is. Who's that? And why is he not mentioned more? And then I learned about it.
It's kind of like Batman co-creator, how Bob Kane kind of took all the credit. He kind of puts his friend out of the window.
I agree, but I remember Bill Finger.
Yeah, I know, but it's less. I'm saying it's kind of like it.
Yeah. I remember Bill Finger, and I remember Bob Kane.
Yeah. But I think it's also the fact that Bob Kane has a more memorable name.
Bill Finger sounds dirty. Anyway,
no, it sounds like a 1930s mobster, Bill the Finger.
Anyway, the movie was really, really good. The animation is probably my favorite thing. I love how
they gave Miles a character.
Yeah, they gave Miles Bland the character, and I don't I'm just gonna say it. I like the movie. I don't like Miles Morales in the comic books because he doesn't have anything.
Apparently, in one of the newer comics, he was writing fanfiction of him and Kamala, that was a thing. Okay. So I can say it's just a big old okay.
Yeah, that's weird. And I'm one of those people. I don't view Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I don't review Spider-Gwen, Jessica Drew, Ben Reilly. None of them are Spider-Man. Spider-Man to me.
Jessica Drew is Spider-Woman.
Well, yeah, none of them are replacements for Spider-Man. None of them are Spider-Man, and the only Spider-Man is Bully Maguire. It falls by a close second of Josh Keaton's version of Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, it is weird.
Peter Parker Spider-Man.
It is weird.
But I still did, as someone who does that opinion, I still did really like the movie.
Well, like I said, I have no problem with other people eventually pulling on the moniker of Spider-Man. Never try to be oh, Miguel is the one and true Spider-Man. So he is somebody who, knew about Spider-Man and decided to carry on the legacy.
Well, see, the thing is,
the entire idea of anyone can be Spider-Man, so everybody can be Spider-Man. So everybody has an Uncle Ben who dies and told them about how you need to properly, handle power and properly handle, life decisions.
I like Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond, but Terry McGinnis is Terry McGinnis's Batman. And, if you were trying to actively replace Batman with Terry McGinnis, I would say no.
Terry McGinnis
He is Batman's successor.
Terry McGinnis is Miguel.
Yeah.
For Batman.
Who came out first?
Miguel.
Okay.
Miguel came out in the 80s.
And Batman.
90s.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Yeah.
But I did find this one interesting quote. Reading it now because he does stop. I wouldn't mind if Peter Parker had originally been black, a Latino, an Indian, or anything else. That way, he stayed that way. But we originally made him white. I don't see any reason to change it. It's nothing to do with being anti-gay, anti-black, anti-Latino, or anything like that.
Anti-Irish, though. We're all anti-Irish.
Latino characters should stay Latino. The Black Panther should certainly not be Swiss. I see no...
let them cook.
I see no reason to change that which has already been established when it's so easy to add new characters. Well, I say create new characters the way you want. Stan Lee.
I agree with that. I just was saying there is a thing for moniker change, carrying the mantle, that it's always been a very big thing, like I said.
There's
You have to do it in the right way. So look at the movie Blue Beetle, both Blue Beetles, what's his name?
Ted Core.
Yeah, Ted Core and
Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, Jaime Reyes are two both of them I feel are very different Beetles, but they both, you know.
Well, for one thing, they had completely different costumes from what I remember.
Yeah, no, Ted never used the scarab.
And to me, like I said, there's the difference between carrying on the mantle and then an active comic book replacement theory.
In Young Justice, they bring up the fact that he is carrying on the mantle and how sometimes he doesn't know how to do that properly.
And let's also face it, no matter what, Blue Beetle ain't Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular superhero that Marvel's got. One of the most popular Superman heroes in the world. Right next to Batman, right next to Superman. I can ask my 9-year-old grandma and she will say Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, and for some reason Robin. Maybe she remembers the show was Adam West.
Well, Mom loved that show as a kid. She probably watched it with hers.
But,
she also vaguely remember Two-Face's backstory.
Yeah, she does. She's not a comic book grandma anyway, so that's what you guys are thinking. No, she was just your average grandma. She doesn't know anything about comic books.
So maybe there was a backstory, maybe there was a Two-Face backstory within the Adam West story? Like maybe they had a flashback episode?
I don't know.
But she also gets them mixed up with other things, so I don't know what version she's talking about.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the movie. So, with all that out of the way, getting all my Miles controversy out of the way, we're going to be continuing this conversation after we see the next Spider-Man movie on our way back, and I keep getting the titles mixed up. But hopefully I don't fall asleep for the movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll stop there because it's getting long enough. I said make a short one.
Yeah, I think if I had to say anything about Into the Spider-Verse is that it knows what it is and it's not ashamed of it. Okay. And I love it for that reason alone. Comic book movies are fun. I'm trying to close it.
Need to be fun.